how's it been doing? We're back playing another Eden can't be answered at the time. So, I think I mentioned the other videos, but I have been feeling ill lately. I got the COVID booster and that just, you know, a lot of people told me it would knock you out for a couple days, and it indeed did. And I'm still on the mend from that one, but then I also got hit with something else while I was recovering from that. So, if I'm not if I don't sound 100%, I'm not, but we're going to give it our all on this one. So, I took stock of what's going on, and I think about the team. Now, Cress is the only person I have who can do a slash dance that I'm aware of, and for the life of me, I have not been able to get him to be a 5-star. I don't know why I can't. I cannot. I have not found the tomes or anything like that for any of the characters from that, which is frustrating. But I can put him in, get the slash field going, then have a good slash team who complement each other so they can all buff each other up. They have attacks that can increase their own power, which will help get rid of debilitate. And once we build the gauge up, we're just going to have Thulili, Miyu, Violet, and Deidre go in there, AF, and just burn them down because they all have really good single hits, single target slash attacks. And hers can actually bring on the physical resistance will help even more. That's the plan. My ability to execute it might be something to the desired, but we'll sign up. But first, wrong button, but first, wrong button again. But the first, god damn it. Remember I said it was 100%, but first. Yes, my star seed will be expiring before next week's out, so I want to use it now. Oh, we got the lone encounter too. The Whisper of Time. I'll just do that one really fast. Now I was pondering who to get with the star piece. And I'm thinking AS Iska because she's another fire character, and I do think my fire game is still on the weaker side, but she can also deploy the slash field, which would help as well, but I do 1,000 current stones, so we're gonna give this one a shot. If you don't get her here, I think I'm gonna pull her from the star piece. Uphill said Miyunfa is AS. Which actually, looking at it, would still be good, but I don't know if it's better for my playstyle, because it would really synergize. People were right that it would really synergize well with my Tsubame. But other than that, I don't think it would work well for me in general. Oh, I could 5-star May too. So I think going with that might be better, because I think covering a type like fire better than blunt. Does that make sense to everybody? Then slash and fire. I have plenty of good slash and fire characters. I mean, that was a long shot anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot we had this. 10 free draws is 10 free draws. Like how in the earlier days of me playing this game, it was like every draw was like, oh, what could it be? Now I'm just like, if it's not shiny, you don't care. I have her AS, so that works well. And oh, I don't even have him at all. Not a 5-star, well, technically, but it works.
タイタン族のガラムバレルだ。故郷の皆からはガラムと呼ばれていた。私の体躯は人間のそれと大差ない。我が一族の極を知る者からは。
Well, relatively small. You're like a foot taller than Aldo.
さりとて、私も自母神のこの一人。その名に恥じることなきよう。君。
Oh, damn it! I'm hitting too fast. My bad. Okay, good. We got a character we haven't got before, so Encounter. Yeah, I don't have a lot of these guys. Once again, I think... Oh, Thule's AS would be nice too, but I think I have to go with my gut. There she is, and go with that one. Hope it's the right choice. Actually, getting all that light might actually help, I think, unlock her 4th skill slot too, so that's doubly good. Okay. That's all good. Now, 140 characters join my party. That is a lot. Alright, we're doing this. Hopefully, I mean, I'm going to say hopefully I do the first part again. I gotta do the first part again. There's no way I don't. That's not how these games work. But I'm more confident in this team, because once again, these guys can have... Let me double check everything before I go. Because Thule, I don't know if Lunatic... I don't know if it counts as 2 battles, so I don't know if Lunatic would carry over, so I don't want Lunatic with her first. But even then, her Eclipse Blade can... stack up her power and increase damage above 80%. So she will just naturally increase her power every time she attacks and keep it stacked. She can do Pride of Miglis, which gives all of us plus 25% attack and tap moves and critical rate plus 50. And then her attack is a single hit attack, which does more when her MP is lower, and increase the buffs, which we have there. Heals, it should be obvious. And then for her, she has Sword Dance, which can do increased crit damage over time, which it does a crit. I have Combo Attack, which also just increases her power. And as I went, so I could swap those 2 out, maybe? In fact, I think I will, now I think about it. Because I think getting the power up would be better than the crits. And we have this one, which gives us our physical resistance, which will help with, since they seem to match the field. And then, like I said, Deidre also has the Chaos Saber, which decreases their physical resistance, but helps. So that's the plan, like to counteract their debuffs, and art is to get a bunch of people who can buff themselves up, and then once we get in the zone, we're just going to burn them down in the zone. The zone and the AF. That is the plan. Don't know how solid it is, but that's my plan. And worst comes to worst, I'll use 50 Chronostones and just cheese it, but I don't want to. I know we can do this with some smart planning. Like I said, usually it's the opposite. Usually you want to hit all the targets as much as possible. This is the reverse, so all the teams I had besides going into this fight were built the wrong way, essentially. Ow. Slash field. Slash zone. Excuse me? How did that get triggered? Oh wait, I didn't want to continue. Oh, wait, quit. So... Okay. I see what's happening here. And I don't like it. Okay, I switched out Deidre for Shawnee just for this part. So, I get what's happening. I don't like it, but I get what's happening. So, when we're doing normal type fields like water, he would stick with the type we had in there because they were types and you could build a gauge. When we switched to slash, which is a neutral type, it basically says no and deploys a random field, it looks like. Ugh, the game's actively fighting me on my strategies. It's like, haha, very clever, but no. I mean, we can still burn him down. I just need to get a couple stacks on Shawnee and then we're fine. Okay, that was easy this turn. Because Miyu was doing mad damage in building our gauge up because of the fire attacks. We just had to survive that part. So now, if there's no trickery this time around, I can bring in Cress. Get the slash field out. And then just start working the middle guy. Because remember, the middle guy couldn't kill me. Like, I sat around for 5 minutes waiting for it to kill me last time. If you can't see the stuff on the screen, like, I've seen it before, skip, 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 skip. If you want to know what it says, watch the last episode. That's like my third try on that one, because I'm like, why? I can't just... Okay, so we're going to bring in Cress, slash field, Lunatic. No, we're going to save Lunatic till after the slash field. Basically, it's going to be turn buff. Because once again, this part wasn't hard. All my attacks were multi-hits, which meant I couldn't really do much because I was spec'd out to take out mobs, not focus on a single person. And diminish sucks too. But we got ways around that. And also, Searing Light won't do much because we have Slash Field on. Thank you, Chris. Quit hitting Thulali, jeez. Okay, next turn I'm gonna now this turn is all buffs, and then we're going to AS next turn. And that's why we're buffing, because now they're gonna do some mad damage with their Eclipse attack. Alright, let's do this. Can I kill that backhand? Okay, this plan may have had a flaw. I didn't realize there was a midpoint. Okay, I boned this one up. I'll take... Oh, crap. How am I going to die now? You know, I'm going to continue just so I can start from this point. Because I don't want to start this fight over again and do the first part again. Can we all agree that's fair? My problem was I'm used to just mashing the button, but then I started attacking the lower hand. That was my problem. Okay, Thulili, you're gonna do yours last. Oh god, I got so lucky. I didn't do anything with freaking. I didn't do anything with Mariel, so I'm glad she just bonked the middle one. Oh. Yeah, I keep using Pure Can, like, this thing seems to like freaking, whatever the hell that attack is that just, like, completely wrecks our life points. Okay, it's fine if he took all the magic points away because we're gonna AS this turn. Or next turn, I should say. So, no, that's right. You can't lunatic because you're already lunaticked. Soul of Honor. Oh my god. Of course, it uses the attack now, but don't get another attack after that. Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna hit everybody, isn't it? Oh, that's bad. It's bad news for me. Yep. So I gotta make sure I kill him with the other force. But once again... Oh, okay. Oh. Good god, this fight's annoying. Once again, I don't think my plan is flawed. I think I'm just getting screwed. Is that fair to say? I made one more change because I don't think, at this point I don't think, let's do something with the first part. I got rid of Shani for somebody else, so we'll see. I don't know how much she was helping at all. I just had her because she was a decent fighter. Okay, I'll pass this part and then I'll cut to the other part because I don't want to do this fight again. Okay, we're here now. I did lose one character on that first part. So that may send me back a turn. Well, not really, because I was going to swap out a character for Cress anyway. Oh no, she's back. Is she at like any kind of reasonable health? No, she's not.
アルベイン流の神髄目に焼き付けろ。
聖なる光よ、無駄にしません。心の剣は誰にも奪えないのだわ。
I can get Chris out of there now. Oh my god, what is happening this time? I'm gonna die. Because what happened this time? Seriously? If he only blasts people... Nope, they're dead. No, alive. Somehow. But he managed to kill Thulili, so now he's stuck as part of my team because I can't do anything else. What happened this time? Like... This time is like 10 times worse than the other times. What happened? Unless the zombie can take him out by herself, more or less. She should get a counter from that. That's a physical attack. She should be returning physicals. I mean, she's going down, but she's doing work. Like, why was this time like 10 times worse than the other times? You know what? Screw it. I feel like I'm just getting screwed. Like, this time I'm like, no, I got there, playing with Saul, and then all of a sudden it's like, literally my entire team was either frozen and it couldn't switch out till they die. Violet couldn't even get a move off. She immediately died. And then... and then, like, it freaking either confused or stunned everybody on my team for like 2 turns solid. It's like, what the hell? He's ended up putting a zombie on was the right choice. She'll be, like, the first part is gonna be bad because it's fire-based, so she's gonna get decimated, but it did prove that she can actually do some decent damage on the boss. So, that part is still solid. I just need everybody here to get there alive, and then we should be fine. Okay, I also swallowed my pride and turned it down to veteran because I'm just getting my butt kicked here. Which, I'm not having much trouble on this part right now. Like, get to the point AF down is working. I just have trouble, like, getting to that point. I even used all E dance to buff everybody's speed, and he still did that. Okay, we're not taking any chances here. Okay, we're back here. Everybody's alive and healthy. That's fine. I just need Crest to get out of here, which is the trickier part. All right. Okay, that was a crit. Oh, that was much easier this time. Slash field worked. Yes, it'd probably be best to get the hell out of here now. It's quite a ways away. They're like, now, King, I swear we didn't break anything. It's weird because it's not supposed to be here still. I guess it's an alternate timeline, but it's not supposed to be in this timeline period. Okay, so Slash Field was a decent solution for my problem because hard to find multi-hit, single-hit, hard-hitting attacks for me with a specific element because most of my good ones are multi-hits, which is bad for that boss. I was just getting screwed royal like on that last part. That last time, before the time I beat it, was like, oh hey look, when it doesn't constantly blind and or confuse my characters and I can get some hits in, it went down pretty easily. I know I could put stuff on to help with that, but like they then had to give up like accessory slots and it's a whole thing. I'm pretty sure my water team, I probably could have done that, but it would still have been difficult to build up the gauge. Oh, the end of chapter 3. So now they're both level 5, right? Hooray! I can actually use them. But again, if you play this when you're on the first level, not like veteran or master or anything like that, you could use them to fight because the boss would be a way easier. And we're back. And she's gone. Aw. So she knows what's going on here? That raises more questions. And we're back. I do not want to fight that thing on another dungeon. Ugh. New game plus. So now I can go back, get the things I missed the first time, and I can get the other characters. When skip feature can't be used. Oh, so I can't skip everything. So at least the skip feature helps with like the dialogue and stuff. Okay, Surge is during the party. Now I do think Surge has the slash stance, right? Nope, not that team, not that team, not that team. But still, I don't really know if I'm going to be using Surge. I'd rather have the AS Iska, because she's also fire. Did I not make him 60? Is he still like 40? Oh, sorry, I did, sorry, I don't think I was buffing him up that much. I think I passed him. Yeah, 50. Because I was like, oh, if I get him 60, he's still not going to be useful in the fight. That's right, he deployed. That's right, his stance would have been really good in that fight because it's the double strike stance and magic slash. Because I think it's a really good stance, but I don't. It probably would have helped win that fight better if I had used that one, but I didn't get him leveled up in time. I was working on it, but I also was like, man, so I'll definitely use him the next time. So I think going back would be, I think going back is going to be easier. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. But, well, 16 records. Okay, that's done. Ugh. That fight sucked. I get that it's a thing, and yeah, dropping the difficulty down, I guess it swallowed my pride. I was like, you know what? I am on like the second to last difficulty, I think. I was on like the second to last difficulty, the one that's like, if you could beat the end of the second phase of the game, you know, this is designed for people who do that one. I'm like, well, yeah, but I also remember some fights in that part that sucked too. So it makes sense where it's like, yeah, that one's like definitely. The second part, it was sound. It was just the fact that like I screwed up the first one because I kept tapping the button like I'm used to, which in this case kept tapping the hand that kept below there, so I screwed up my rotation on that one. Otherwise, that may have worked. But then I also forgot, like on a full AF gauge, oh, they're gonna do a multi-hit attack. So if I hadn't neglected those two things, that probably would have worked better. But I'm also a big enough man to admit that, like, okay, I could have spent another. I've been recording for an hour, by the way. Another like 10 minutes. Getting through the first fight, doing all that stuff, getting to that one, getting set up. Or are you gonna say, you know what, I'll just drop it down at one difficulty level and I'm sure it'll be much more manageable. Indeed it was. It's really weird how like the difficulty levels in this one go from people who literally grind all, like the top tier, like people who grind all the grass, all the manifest weapon, to have everybody maxed out, all the freaking like armor sets and everything like that, level 10, maxed up, stats boost, all that kind of stuff, and can smoke the bosses in one shot. And then the mid tier, it's like, well, that was a little too easy, but then you go up the next tier and it's like, okay, that's not impossible, but it's not fun. If you guys know what I mean on that one? Like, it wasn't, like, if I had given like one or two more tries, I'm probably sure I could have beaten it, but it wasn't fun. So now we're gonna start the next story. Interesting. Yeah, there's a basement. That was not there before. Wait, so who's down here then? Oh, it's a bar. Oh, okay, I know. I get it. But we're gonna start the next part of the main story. Lyco says, now, I know it meant start that conclusion question mark as in, do you want to start? But when it says conclusion, it makes it sound like conclusion? Like, is this the end? It better be. We've been stuck in this parallel timeline for... frick. It feels like years. I mean, it's one way of looking at it. And we're back. He's like, I'm you from the future. You turned blonde somehow. Like, the old one makes sense. He's gray. He's like, he's old. Grown man, isn't Alder like 22? Oh. Okay, like I said, the one on the left made sense. Like, oh, he just has a beard and is gray because he's older and his face is covered. This one's like, you don't have the same hairstyle and a mustache. The mustache was fake too? Also, Rika, you couldn't figure this out? Don't you have biosensors? Who is also in the past in the other thing we just did, but let's not forget about that because that's not 100% canon. Because knowing the future may cause it to not happen, temporal paradoxes, yada yada yada. Yes. Oh, Lord. I was invited here. Another space-time rift? Oh, Lord. The temporal causality in this place is just screwed. Go to the Forgotten Land in the west of Gadaro in antiquity. There you will find a rift in space and time that leads to the underworld. I don't know why I decided to read that part. I guess you're not gonna betray me, are you? Maybe. What? All right, we're off to hell again. We've been to a couple hells. Adventure ho! Why do you put the way back on? We know who you are. Alright, if you can't tell, next time we're going to continue with the main story, finally. And I'll put my team back together. Okay. But we got Iska, I'll get her leveled up, because I do want her AS to get going, But, yeah, that fight was just annoying. I said, like, the mechanics are sound, but, like, even when I was doing good that one time, I screwed myself over by tapping the button too much, which I've just become accustomed to in these things. And then the other time where I was getting it going, it somehow, which looks like it never happened before, blinded and confused 3/4 of my team multiple turns in a row. So I just couldn't win in that one. But, okay, but you know what? We got a 4-star gonna become a 5-star, which is good. Didn't have them already. And we got another 5-star, so that's good. So next time, main story. But until then, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.